provide them with even higher protection. And the black irony that has emerged is that booster doses given in just 2 countries of the global north, the UK and the USA, at about 80 million, now exceed the number of doses of vaccine that have been given at all in a large swathe of countries of the global south at about 70. Really, this should not be an either this or that choice situation. We shouldn't be in a situation where we have to trade off between giving people across the global south basic vaccination versus giving other people, either in the global north or privileged elites within the global south, booster doses. We should have, by a year after the first vaccines were approved for emergency use, we should really have been in a worldwide effort at vaccine manufacture to the point where we could fulfill both of these requirements. That we have not done so is a deeply problematic black mark against the profit-making vaccine manufacturing sector configuration way that we have chosen to address the pandemic.
Thanks, Natalie. Always a fine job. Natalie Howard with that report.
Contrary to U.S. claims, Washington's hostile Cuba policy amounts to a fierce economic, trade and financial blockade.
It is impossible to say that the measures taken and the policy conducted by the U.S. towards Cuba is not an economic blockade in the literal sense of the word.
Carlos Fernández de Cosío, Director General of the U.S. desk at Cuba's Ministry for Foreign Affairs.
It is not only the fact that it prohibits U.S. companies from trading with Cuba or the possibility of exports to Cuba or imports from Cuba. It doesn't only prevent Cuba from carrying out financial transactions with the United States or using U.S. dollars or having transfer of nothing from the United States, but also it is a very comprehensive set of coercive economic measures with a very significant extraterritorial impact, meaning that it does not only limit Cuba's trade relationship with the United States, it limits Cuba's trade relationship with the rest of the world. And it provokes limitations also in Cuba's financial transactions with the rest of the world or the transfer of technology needed for development from the rest of the world.
And Washington's nearly 6-decade-old blockade policy toward Cuba.
WNAm Radio Habana, Cuba. Thanks for joining us on your radio. Coming up next, we've got the Mailbag Show. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of the Mailbag Show, the radio program that is a participatory program. It's a PP because you have to participate for this whole thing to work. And that works by writing to us. You write to us and you get these letters in the mail and we put the mail in the bag and it then automatically becomes the Mailbag Show. We do a show about it every week here on Radio Habana, Cuba. Our weekly program with our listeners writing to us from around the world. Join them and us here on this radio station, on this radio program. Write to us at P.O. Box 6240, Havana, Cuba. That's Post Office Box 6240, Havana, Cuba. That's the snail mail address. That's really, slow. It'll get to us maybe eventually. Maybe. But the fastest way by far, it just gets to us just like that, is